Good evening, friends. Welcome to the sixth day of the wake up call. It's wonderful to see all of you again. Very nice. All of you on Zoom as well as on YouTube. And today, I'm sure we are all very curious about the topic. It's such an interesting topic. Who is an abundant being? And we have Mamta ji with us to share the wisdom about this topic. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation and coming here, Mamta ji. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Harika. Good evening. Happy evening. A very, very abundant evening. And welcome to this beautiful session on abundance. I'm sure I'm going to tell you that this is a beautiful, exciting, and transformative session. And I'm so very excited personally. Just in our last couple of hours, I've been feeling and living with a feeling that as if I'm going on a beautiful date with all of my love, in my heart, accompanied by loving, beautiful nervousness to see my beloved. And I have so much to share with you to all. And I have so much I would be, kind of looking forward to listen from you, because this topic is so much on abundance that our heart in itself has started, expanding to share more with you, to hear more with you. So welcome once again to this beautiful, exciting, and transformative session on abundance. Now, before I get into, the details of this, I first and foremost, I bow down to the lotus feet of my gurus, Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi, because this beautiful session is happening and we are sitting together because of their guidance. I bow down and seek their blessings for myself and for all of you. Om Shri Gurue Namah. Now, I personally feel that, a powerful question, if a question is very, very powerful, and it is the right question, it has the ability to take us on the right track and, pace up the entire journey of our transformation. So this question in itself, when I read it for the last 15 days, I'm just going through this question. Who is an abundant being? And we are going to dwell upon it today. I would be very honest with you, friends, that maybe a couple of books I have read in last couple of years. I took a workshop here and there, and I realized some bit of my abundance, me being as an abundant being. I kind of, expected and embraced and achieved a few examples of abundance in my own life. But last 15 days, this question has taken me to another orbit, I would say. Another level of transformation, I would say. The question in itself, if you just take this question and go and dive deeper within your own self, the treasure of abundance comes out. I mean, I couldn't find any book with saying who is an abundant being. We have a lot of knowledge, awareness, we have generated in last few classes also. I'm sure some of you who have not done this session before might have worked on their limiting beliefs. But then, the whole thing, when I started asking repeatedly to my own self, who is an abundant being? And when I started closing my eyes to go deeper into my own self, I started connecting to my higher self, my true self. And the answers which started coming out were so very beautiful. And it was those answers which I have not been able to get even last year or, in even 20, 21, 22. I couldn't get these answers. So the learning and evolution is a journey and in a process. But what I want to say is that if the quality of the question is good, if the quality of the question is very, very powerful, it has all the power and capability to take us to different orbit altogether. So always I would request you during this session, stay with this question. Stay with this question with a very, very curious mind, with a very, very, beautiful mind, with a very, very deep sense of your own self. And then we will explore, we will talk about it. What are the qualities of being an abundant? Who is an abundant being? So I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited, feeling very energetic today. I've started feeling myself as a very, very abundant being. And with all these excitements and feeling, I'm entering with you, looking forward for next 1.5 hours with you, some theory, some meditation, feeling, sharings, and going to co-create a very, very joyful experience with you. Are you really excited, each one of you? Are you really excited? Please just give a thumbs up. I'm doubly excited. I have only 2 hands and 2 thumbs up to show you. You can type yes, you can put up a thumbs up, you can show your hands, you can show your laughing self with abundance. All signs and symbols of abundance are good. Because what I need is definitely this, that yes, this abundance is very good, this excitement. If we are just living with this excitement, believe me, someone here sitting with us, in higher dimension is taking care of you and me during this session. We just have to flow with the flow. And yes, abundance is nothing else but, overflowing, plentiful. I also felt that if I'm giving all of you, first of all, my masters have given me an opportunity to learn and grow with you, to share my experiences and knowledge with you. And we are, the concept of educator and learner and educator. When I'm speaking, I'm the educator, you are the learner. When you are speaking, you are the educator, I am a learner. So this beautiful opportunity, I would say this is one of the golden opportunities, which is there for us today. And then you are giving me your valuable time. Time is money. And the entire Quantum Life team, university team, Harika ji, Manoj ji, they all are here supporting us. So just coming and giving some Gyan and lecture, which is abundantly available to you in form of books, YouTube videos, there are masters and gurus who can talk, anything. I mean, you are there. Then how I'm going to, do justice to this session was, I felt that I'm going to come with a commitment to this session. And my commitment, I have come with a commitment that how do I shift the needle in your life and create minimum, though I want abundant, beautiful impact and positive shifts in your life, but I'm using the word minimum. At least one impact, one shift, one transformation in our meeting today of next, 90 minutes. So that's my commitment to you, that I'm going to speak from my soul and heart, which is always abundant. I'm fully committed with all my attention, with all my time, with all my prayers for your abundance here. And may I know that each one of you are really committed, to make yourself abundant being, which we all are. But now we have to start realizing more and more and at the very, very deeper level. Who is an abundant being? Are you an abundant being? Would you like to realize, is there a kind of a commitment for your own abundance? There is a difference between a desire and commitment, my friends. We all want good things. We all have beautiful desires. And we are desirous. When we use this words like want and desirous, it has a power, but a limited. But when I use the word committed, I'm committed to it. It has an abundant power. There is no looking back. When we commit to anything, there is no second option. There is no looking back. Once we have walked, we are kind of, walking, and we have to know there is no turning back. So I am definitely, honestly committed with my higher self, with all that I have to give it to you. Do you also, here and now, with all your commitment for your own self? Thumbs up, please. I want to see it with us excitement, the commitment also. Friends, raise your, very good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. So even if you have not been able to think on commitment terms, you can create a thought commitment within yourself here and now. Here and now. Please commit. You can, talk to your own self. You can say, hey, this is one commitment I'm going to give it to myself here and now. It could be anything, knowledge, awareness, experience, anything that you want to, give it to yourself. It's a gift that you can give it to your own self. The entire universe in the self of, Lord Ganesha, Lakshmi, they all are here for us. So now let's be for our own self here for us. So thank you so much for all your excitement and commitment. This is making me more excited. Once again, adding more to my excitement. Because I personally feel that even if there is, we understand 90 minutes trying to give all experiences, it's not a short time. Time is so beautiful that in a blink of eyes, we can achieve a lot of things. We can change a lot of things. And, here, there is a lot of power. I feel that, a word has a power to enliven and transform. And if something of mine, hits you, beautifully in your heart, in your soul today, then I'll feel that, my coming here, my purpose has been achieved today for this session. So anything, I'm all here. So we know, you must have read that there is, abundance is very nature of our existence. Richness is at the core, and the soul is always, seeking abundance, seeking expansion. Dr. Newton very beautifully emphasized these words when he started this session. He has set the very, foundation of the session that our consciousness, our nature, puri srishti, entire srishti is abundant. And if you really close your eyes here and now for 30 seconds, and honestly put your heart on your, hand on your heart, just 30 seconds, and connect with your one breath in and out, and ask yourself, is it not something within you which is looking to expand or have something little more? Something is asking for little more. It looks like something is missing. It looks like I can have most and more. There's something more I want to have. It looks like, I have the power and I can really grow. I can evolve. I can expand. And that's something when we feel, sometimes we say we are restless, we are anxious. It's not the negative anxiousness and restlessness. It's a very positive one. It's the inner voice of that inner self, which is seeking and asking for a little more. And friends, that little more is the cry or the voice of the inner soul, which is seeking for expansion. That's a consciousness call, which is telling us, hey, please allow me to expand. Please allow me to stretch more. Don't I deserve most and more? And that which is something we feel missing and little more that inner is asking for is nothing but our inner abundant self, is that abundant being, which is already inside us, thriving inside us. As Dr. Newton said, it's an awakening time. As the QLU says, it's a wisdom awakening is the purpose. So it's not that we have to go and do something. It's just everything is inside us and we have to awaken. And this is something which came to me. What do I say when you know everything? Maybe each one of you know something, one point on abundance that I don't know. And we can further go back and read many books on abundance or listen to podcasts on abundance. What is that we don't know? Tell me, on abundance. Each one of us, we know. Then what is stopping us? And we have to make a shift here and now. There is no procrastination. Oh, I will do once I learn. No, here and now we have to make this shift. You know, when we know the knowledge, then we become more and more aware by repetitive listenings, going through our experiences. Of course, you know, we have other people experiences, we know, we realize a little bit when we sit in the nature, when we start counting the leaves of the trees, we fail. When we start counting the blades of the grass, we fail. Varieties of flowers we can't name. I can't name. If you can, let's see. But no, we can't. Nature is abundant. They have made everything in abundance and variety. We all fail there. We can't count. But when we are in nature for a moment, we all will feel, when we are sitting in meditation, we all will feel, when we are reading a book, we'll feel excited. But what is going to make the shift is when this entire intellectual learning and awareness gets transcended into a very, very deep, forever, emotional, spiritual feeling here that, yes, I am the abundant being, and I'm that part of the nature which is abundant, where I cannot count the leaves, and hence my capabilities, my power, my possibilities, nothing can be also counted and limited in this infinite universe. This shift we have to make here and now, moving from this intellectual understanding, which is very much required at the beginning, friends, but that is not sufficient. We have to go down to the deeper level of emotional and spiritual belief that, yes, I am an abundant being. There is abundance all around. I'm a part of it. And I have all the power to create abundance. We have to get into that spirit of that understanding. The moment we get that into the spirit of that understanding, the shift has happened. Nothing else is required. We can go back here and now. The moment we have done the shift. And hence I've made a beautiful big heart. That is your heart right now vibrating at a higher frequency. With this understanding, mine is in last 15 days. I mean, I just want right now to just go into deeper silence in gratitude to the universe, to the entire QLU team who invited me to be here, to my masters. Because, you know, every time I really made the shift in last 15 days, which I thought I know. And as and when more and more I have been trying to sit for deeper meditations, I'm jumping out of it in excitement. I'm not able to sit. Because this shift has happened, this has made me more restless. I'm sitting and I'm jumping out. And I ask you, what has happened? Go and sit back to your meditation seat. It's not happening. It's happening for half an hour, 15. I'm jumping out. Because I'm for sure, certainly full with this entire feeling at a very, very deeper level, forever in life, that I'm an abundant being. And not only I, you are. You are. You are. No one can stop you here and now to make that shift within you. You are, you are, you are. Close your eyes and ask yourself, am I not an abundant being? Your answer will be, no, I am an abundant being. Every being is abundant. So let's make this shift, and the shift has happened. Just the shift has happened, flow with the flow, embrace this shift and keep that understanding and spirit of abundance forever in your heart and soul, in the mind, body, soul. Because we all will go back after the session and get busy with our personal lives, professional lives, family life. But with all those beautiful noises in the periphery, we can be centered with this shift forever that whatever it is, I am an abundant being. And that is powerful and good enough. We have been fueled for life in this engine forever to keep running and going towards traveling the journey of life. The second, the point which is coming to my mind is, let's talk about religions, for a minute. But thought that came to my mind, we always said we are children of gods. We always said, welcome to the kingdom of gods. We are never said, welcome to the heart of gods. We always said, welcome to the kingdom of gods. Even if you, some of you, if you have ever heard Shirdi Sai Baba's, prayer, Aarti, it says at the end, Sainath Maharaj ki jai. Why this Maharaj is coming here? And when we sing those songs, sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna, sing Hosanna to the King of Kings. If some of you are from Christianity, you must have sung the song. Wherever always we see the King of Kings, Maharaj, if you see Guru Granth Sahib, it says that Jo mange Thakur apni soi soi deve. Hum baithe tum deho asisa, Rajan ke Raja, Maharajan ke Raja. I'm sitting here, oh my Lord, the King of Kings, bless me. And then the King of Kings says, whatever you ask is yours. It comes true here and hereafter. So then when we are the daughter, the sons, or the children of that King, that God who is supreme, abundant, the big King, the biggest King, how come we are feeling or living with a feeling of scarcity, a feeling of lack, a feeling or a life where we feel that it's not enough, it's not sufficient? The question to you, to everyone is, if anyone is living with this feeling, I'm asking you, is there any reason to live with that feeling? Because the supreme and the absolute truth is that we are the children of the God who is the King of the Kings. Hence, we deserve all prosperity and abundance. Who am I to ask that, brilliant, gorgeous, talented? How can I say, am I brilliant, talented, and gorgeous, fabulous? Yes. Why you will not ask? Nelson Mandela has beautifully put it, that you are a child of God and playing any small doesn't serve the world. So I'm trying to bring to your consciousness that we are the children of King of Kings. And we carry that richness in our heart and soul. Let's always live with that feeling of richness in our mind also. This is one of the most beautiful things which I came up and I wanted to really share, because it will again establish a belief that yes, we are an abundant being. And what are the qualities and characteristics of an abundant being? I'll just try to explain you this concept, very beautifully narrated by Deepak Chopra here. And we all have a sense of self. He's saying that, your prosperity in life is directly proportional to your sense of self. What do I feel of myself? Who am I? So a sense of self, a personal self, starts with a note, hey, my name is Mamta. I stay in Bangalore. I work in corporate. I'm a mother of 2. I have done my MBA, blah, blah, blah. Or I belong to this family, to this religion, to this race. And then when we go to the LinkedIn, we can read everyone's biodata, which talks about which are the organizations, which are the positions we have worked or we are working, what are the connections we have, the who's who. All these things are important, beautiful. I'm not negating that. But then the entire, this sense of self, personal self, ego self, is very temporary. It's very provisional. And it comes from a very constrictive space, because the entire construct of this personal self is based on my reality, not the sense of the true reality. So this is very limited in its dimensions. This is very limited, my identity. And this is, we call it as, hey, this is my identity. Whatever is written in my biodata, and whatever family I belong to, this is my identity. And in all the life happenings, events, relationships, I project myself with this identity. But when I project myself with this identity, it is very constrictive, very narrow. But then here the question is to ask is, then who am I? And it has been very beautifully narrated that how our mind, body, soul is actually what? Let's, drop down right moment, the identity of the personal self. And how do I expand this sense of self? Because this sense of self needs to be expanded to embrace and acquire prosperity, more and more abundance in our life. We say that, our body is created of genes, which is stretches of DNA made out of oxygens, magnesiums, nitrogens, etc. And all these are also elements which were created from the crucible of burning stars. And if you see this, so it is saying that, our body, is also carrying, when, it's a whole story, which you have to really go much more deeper. I'm sorry, I'm not going deeper into it. But the point that I'm going to drive is, even when the entire cell starts to, morphogenesis, this process when we are taking a shape, when that fertilized egg goes into mother's womb, you see that it is carrying with itself the entire elements of cosmic universe. And those 9 months when we have already entered on this earth, it also starts replicating the evolution of multiple species. And then finally, we are born as a human. So you will find that our mind, we are actually carrying the entire cosmic and biological evolution inside. Now, given this framework, when we ask ourselves, who am I? Then is it not true to say, actually, the entire universe has been packed in a baggage of skin and bones? And if once we try to see our sense of self, from this perspective, we are not restricted by our identities. We actually feel very expanded. Oh, I am that universe? The answer comes as, oh, I am the universe. Entire universe is within me. And the moment this even knowledge comes to your awareness that this is how we are created, how the entire cells, morphogenesis which happens, then we start realizing, hey, this is, how, and this is what it is me, not just the body that I see, but inside me, I'm actually carrying the entire universe. So this is a very, very important perspective that I've shared with you. Stay with that knowledge also, how it will help. That entire cosmic and biological evolution is inside us. Dr. Newton spoke about prosperity consciousness and an abundant being. And it's a very beautiful word. I'm catching on that word of his and moving. That, abundant being is a person who takes the time very frequently and ponder that my regular thinking habits is placed where? Where is my habitual feelings and thoughts residing? Is it residing in the poverty consciousness or prosperity consciousness? Where are they planted? When you just take a 5 minutes of silence very frequently in a corner of your house or nature, close your eyes and ask yourself, where am I planted? Where are my thoughts planted? Where are my feelings planted? And if you find it that it's there in prosperity consciousness, beautiful. But if it is in poverty consciousness, then please make a complete shift, because you know that I'm nothing, but I am the expression of that infinite universe. I'm that expression of that infinity. And I have always an access to the bank, which is the source of infinite abundance. So when we are talking about these sentences, phrases, and words, I would request each one of you to allow yourself and allow this universe to penetrate within you here and now, and capture these words and phrases, these meanings and feelings, not here and now for sure, and forever. Then abundant being is a person, a being who is having an abundant mindset, because that person knows that it's everything is in the mind. It starts with the mind. And I'm going to share with you a story of Natan Sharansky, who is an Israeli politician. And he was once caught long years back. He was caught in the prison of Siberia because he was just mistaken as a spy of US. And he was locked for 9 years in a prison, which was torturous, which was so small. His cell was so small, he cannot even stand. And he was debarred of a lot of times with food and proper clothing. So 9 years, instead of deciding to suffer, he made the best. And he knew he was used to play chess in his childhood. And what he did is all these years, he kept on playing chess in his mind. And both the sides, he saw himself. And every time he saw himself winning the game of chess. He was always busy in that prison, in that cell, creating the game, playing the game of chess in his mind, in his thought, in his visualization. And then what happened is, when he was released, then he came into the politics of Israel, and he once met Garry Kasparov, who was the then chess champion, and he defeated him, whom the world could not defeat. Why? Because, all these years, he was playing that in his thought and visualization. So that's the power of the mind, thought, and visualization. And any abundant being knows that whatever I'm going to think, whatever I'm going to feel, and whatever I'm going to visualize, whatever words that I'm going to use is going to bring abundance or no abundance in my life. So abundant being always uses the right thoughts, the right words, and right feelings, and right visualizations. An abundant being is also a person who always knows that all energy is vibrations. And to rise up higher in terms of awareness and to acquire higher level of abundance, and here abundance, I'm not only meaning money, which is very, very important and beautiful, but it's only a part of the entire prosperity and abundance. It is said that abundance is an art of living a fulfilled life, wherein we are capable to see, feel, think, and believe and expect abundance in all spheres of life, be it spiritual, financial, physical, emotional, all spheres of life. So abundance is all inclusive, and by its very nature, it's all expansive. So here, when I was going to talking about this entire energy, frequency, and vibrations, the people who are abundant being, to get into the higher spirits of abundance, higher orbits of abundance, realizing and embracing it in its fullest capacity. They are the ones, they know that every energy is in vibrations. And they understand that, they also understand and think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibrations. They're not limiting their awareness and knowledge only to the words or just merely, some thoughts. They are shifting from words, awareness, thoughts to the level of energy, frequency, and vibrations, where everything disappears and we stay with just a beautiful highest level of feeling of vibrations. And once we know, and once the abundant being knows this, then they start practicing and feeling and tuning into that frequency of abundance. Now, if you see this, one of the most important thing here is I'm trying to bring here is this is one of the most widespread disease which might come as an obstacle while we are trying to experience the highest level of inner holistic abundance. So I'm bringing this topic here, and very important spiritual economic, Eric Butterworth has said that most of the time we say, hey, I can't do this because I'm sick. I can't get this because I'm poor. I can't achieve this because I don't have time. I don't have sufficient money. So this is nothing but a widespread disease of I can't. And, these kind of people are always dwelling in lack, which is bringing more and more and more lack. But an abundant being is a person, is a being who doesn't suffer from this disease of I can't. And they always think in terms of I can. Hey, I understand that there are certain problems and challenges and obstacles, but at the same time, I know that I'm an abundant being and I can overcome these challenges, these obstacles, and I can achieve what I want to achieve. Now, you see, this is another point where I'm trying to bring you, which is something, because friends, today I'm trying to speak more all from my heart and soul, my experiences, feelings, and vibrations to you. So I've just tried to to bring you the picture of vortex. And I'm trying to tell you that an abundant being knows what is vortex. This vortex is something you can imagine like a cone, a moving wave of energy, like a spiral, and which is there in the fourth dimension. And an abundant being knows that there is a vortex in fourth dimension. And all our wishes and desires are getting queued up there in vortex. See, the moment when we say from a pure consciousness, from the place of pure desire, when we create a desire, hey, I want to write a book, and then, or I want to have a beautiful house, a beautiful meditation center for all good, or I want a beautiful sustaining job to get a regular sustainable income for me and my family so that I'm always free to do other good things in life. Whatever be your desire coming from pure consciousness, the moment we, kind of speak within our mind and kind of release it in the universe, it goes and gets settled in this vortex. So you can imagine and visualize the vortex is a basket, where all the desires are getting, stored there the moment we express it. So it has already happened. But why the manifestation is not happening on this earth? We are not able to feel it because we are not able to see it on this earth, in this 3D dimension earth. So when it has already happened, then what do we need to do? An abundant being just kind of tune into that vortex. And they practice the vibrations of that vortex. And it just starts flowing onto this earth in a form, in the way you want to see, feel, and experience your desires. But the problem here is that when, how do we feel? Once again, question yourself. Abundance is a vibrational frequency. It has a frequency. Okay, so how does it feel like to be an abundant? Suppose right now I'm saying I'm an abundant being. You are an abundant being. What image? I have all financial freedom I have. I have lots and lots of love, joy, and peace in my life. The moment I say and feel, what actually the feeling comes inside. If you really experience this now, it will be of maybe ease to some of you. Oh, wow, it's plentiful. It's always flowing. It's unlimited. I am relaxed. There is so much of clarity and certainty. Wow, I have freedom to choose. You know, these are the frequency and feelings of when you say, I am feeling abundant. This is the feeling. So when you tune into this frequency of the vortex of abundance, where everything has already happened, you just need to kind of tune into the way we tune into the radio, where in different frequency, different songs are being played. We change the kind of frequencies and different songs we hear. So the moment we tune into it, you know, it starts falling to us. But problem here is, what do we do is, when we're tuning into it, we are tuning into with the frequency of everything what we are having now on earth, not with the frequency and vibration of the vortex. That means the things which has already happened, your desires are fulfilled. How can you feel that? You know, you have to really close your eyes and feel that. And you don't have to come and operate from the frequency and the vibrations of all the things which you're already having now. Because what you are already having now is limited, it's small. While what you have in the vortex is expansive, it's unlimited, it is most and more. So why to stop ourselves from getting that most and more from the vortex to this earth? So when you're tuning into the frequency, you first vibrate, connect with your higher self, vibrate at a higher frequency, and then connect with the vibrations of the vortex. So come from that higher place of vibrations. So this is again very, very beautiful thing. You know, I started with, you know, the King of King. We are the children of King. Then I said that how within our skin, inside the body, we are carrying the cosmos, the universe, an entire cosmic and biological evolution. And how I'm trying to say to you is that, please know forever that all up your desires immediately get placed into the vortex. It is holding our desires for us to give. And that is what we deserve. You know, one of the most important, what we are talking about, all these frequencies, feelings, and energy and vibrations, when we are talking about all these things, you know, then I also wanted to know, you know, and wanted to share, I learned this through my journey and my experience. All these frequencies and vibrations can happen only when we take self-care. And an abundant being is an abundant being when they take self-care on a daily basis. To always keep vibrating with the feeling of abundant being, of course, we need to meditate daily. We need to do yoga and pranayam. We have to have sufficient rest and sleep. And friends, eating healthy, the quality of your food and drinks will make you and me, what we eat, we become what we are. What we are is nothing but what we eat. So cleanliness daily, taking bath, cleaning your environment. Cleanliness is next to godliness. The abundant being communes with nature. They always try to find a time to sit under the presence in the company of nature, to walk with nature, to touch and give a hug to plants and trees, express their gratitude to nature. And an abundant being finds out time to relax and have their entertainment. And here, abundant being knows that their entertainment is very, very selective. Their entertainment, they chooses them wisely, the entertainment which leads to enlightenment, not just merely something, entertaining you. In that entertainment, they will seek for relaxation of classical dance, music, painting, lovely books, beautiful movies, which is actually leading to enlightenment and helping them to relax. An abundant being they live their life of appreciation. They live their life with gratitude. They always create a rampage of appreciation of the life that they're living today. So the question here to you is, if you are an abundant being, what is your rampage? Most of us unknowingly, we kind of, fell into the rampage of my life sucks, my life is hell, I'm very unlucky, I don't have sufficient time, I can't achieve my goals because I don't have enough knowledge, I don't have enough money, how can I build that office? I'm not so blessed, my family doesn't support me, my spouse doesn't understand me. I don't have time. I have to take care of my, children. I don't have time to go out and work on my, pure desires. So this is the rampage that most of us unknowingly live. If this is the rampage, if this is the repetitive thoughts and words we are creating inside our mind, and when we are talking to our family and friends, how will abundance come to us, which is already there? How I can tune into it, how then I'm operating from a very, very low frequency. The thoughts, the beautiful thoughts is abundant. So what should be the rampage of thoughts? It should be of appreciation. I'm so blessed and lucky that whatever I have achieved in life, whatever I have achieved, I'm very, very grateful. And I know that from here, I can go ahead in life and achieve most and more. I know that there are problems and challenges, but I also know that I have enough wisdom to face those challenges. I have, my family doesn't understand me, but I'm going to have a beautiful conversation and I'm going to share with them. And gradually and slowly, they will start understanding what are my pure dreams and consciousness. I don't have enough energy, but I trust my body. I listen to the whispers of my body all these years. This body has helped me to bring me where I am. And I'm trusting the universe. I'm trusting myself and body that, I can further, take this vehicle, which is $1 trillion, can take me forward and help me achieve my thoughts. I know that I don't have sufficient knowledge. Oh, I'm already 40 years. I can't go back to the, college. Doesn't matter. I know that my soul is carrying all the knowledge. And only I should know how to connect with my inner self to express that talent and knowledge. I know that there's so many people, abundant people in my surroundings, that they never had enough money and knowledge, but they could achieve bigger and beautiful things in their life because they trusted their abundant self, which is always vibrating inside them. I'm so very grateful for whatever I have. And I'm so very grateful with this thought and wisdom and awareness that I can still carry forward and achieve all that I want to achieve with my definition of abundance and success in this long, beautiful, gorgeous life. If this is your rampage, tell me what negativity will enter your aura. Nothing, no obstacles, because you're constantly creating repetitive words inside and outside. You are no more a sufferer of that widespread disease, I can't. Your rampages of gratitude, your rampages of appreciation for self and others, and for everything and anything that you have in your life at this moment, whether it's relationship, money, knowledge, success, love, peace, house, cars, the blessings of gurus, beautiful friends, whatever. Very, very grateful to be here in this moment for all the things that universe has given to us. And I'm very grateful and appreciative of myself also for whatever I am in this moment of is, in this moment of now. And when I am in this moment of now, I'm centered, and then I'm operating from the infinite field of possibilities, highest seat of, talent and creativity, and then all starts getting expressed. If you really want to learn to being in the center, it's a beautiful book, The Mandala of Being by Richard Moss, which Dr. Newton suggested me to read. And, it's beautiful. It talks about, mandala of being, how we can always be centered in our being. And when we are in this being, that being experiences abundance of all. So we need to be appreciative and living in that center of being. Once again, I'm so excited, friends. I'm sure you're continuing with your excitement and commitment, and you're not drifting. You are all here with all your attention, I'm sure, because I have given my commitment to even transform, even with my one word, and live in you, transform you, even with my one word. So I am 100% tuned into that commitment and excitement. So stay tuned into that commitment and excitement at your level also. This beautiful story, there is nothing to search for. There's a beautiful story of a salmon who was a small salmon fish, baby salmon, swimming in Pacific Ocean. And he goes and looking and searching for something more like us. Inner self is looking for a little more. Something is missing. We all always searching. So in the Pacific Ocean, amidst water, that small fish is looking and searching. Then he meets a bigger salmon fish. And then this big fish asks, "What are you looking for?" Then the small fish says, "I'm looking for the ocean." Then the bigger fish says, "But you are already immersed in the ocean. You are surrounded by the ocean. What are you then looking for?" The small fish says, No, this is not the ocean. This is the water. Okay. Many of us, most of the time, we have been living a life like this. Staying in abundance, with abundance. We have been feeling and searching for the ocean, staying in water, searching for ocean. So there is nothing to search for. There's nothing to create. Everything has been beautifully, magnificently, with all generosity, with the uninterrupted supply of prosperity has been created for you, me, and for every being. So there is nothing to search for, only a realization that that water that we are in is actually the ocean, and we are a part of that ocean. So abundance is not something we have to acquire or create. We really something need to tune into those frequency. Wayne Dyer has beautifully said this. So I'm always trying to bring this emphasis and reminder to you that just knowledge and awareness won't suffice. It's all abundant being is always thinking in terms of those vibrations, frequencies, and learning and practicing to tune into it daily and daily. So friends, now what do we do? Here is that this is time when we need to, what all we have kind of heard right now in all those previous days, those who have been a participant in last few days, and even today, those who have not, no worries. All the sessions are beautifully available on YouTube. So we are now going to tune into that frequency and silence. We really need to practice and realize for our own self and forever make that shift inside, deep inside, forever, that I'm an abundant being. So I would request each one of you, those who are wearing spectacles, please open your spectacles and keep it aside. Kindly put off your mobile phones, if any, on silent mode. Place yourself completely in a relaxed position. Keep your back straight, head straight as far as possible. You can sit on chair, you can sit on a ground, and you can sit on the bed based on your comfort. We will be first practicing Anapanasati and connecting with our inner self, higher self, with our breath. Please cross your fingers and gently place it on your thighs. Be completely relaxed. Your body needs to be in a state of comfort, because we need to realize that it's always this physical state of stillness that will lead to the mental state of stillness. So your body, your physical thing needs to be completely in a relaxed position. You may start closing your eyes and bring all your attention to this moment of now. Live with that excitement and commitment. There is nothing to worry. Everything which is coming to your mind will be taken care of it little later. Trust yourself and the universe that everything is being taken care in this moment. An entire universe is helping us to connect to the higher self and create a transformation of being an abundant being. So start connecting with your thoughts, with your breath, with all your stillness. This breath is your friend, which will help you to come down to the level of tranquility and calmness and stillness. So connect with your breath. Bring all your attention to your breath. Bring all your attention to your breath. You will notice that your breath is coming in and then out. Just observe, do nothing. Just observe your breath. There is a pace and there is a rhythm of your breathing. Don't change it. Just observe. There is nothing to do here other than focusing on your breath. When we are connecting with our breath,
Mamtaji.
all the meditation, it is complete and beautiful and reaches its highest level of success when we are smiling, when we are doing it with love in our heart. Inhale and exhale. Continue with your inhalation and exhalation. Continue breathing. My words and music is helping you to go deeper and deeper level of your inner self. Stay connected with your breath. Observing your breath gently with all your smile and distance. Patience. Keep observing you. You are doing wonderful. Keep observing your breath and keep your eyes closed. Now, with this feeling of being connected with your breath, keeping your eyes closed, I would now request each one of you to allow yourself to visualize a palace of abundance. Visualize a beautiful palace of abundance and start walking towards it. The moment you reach to the gate, it says, "Welcome to the world of abundance." And the gate opens with all joy. You start walking inside and you observe and feel the abundance of nature. The flowers, the birds, they all are chirping and singing. The flowers are blossoming and you're walking through that path. And in that abundance of palace, once you reach near the palace, you see a divine hall, a beautiful divine hall. The doors are shining and glowing with golden light. And it says, anyone who enters into this hall of abundance will be transformed as an abundant being forever. Staying connected with a smile, with a faith, with your breath, you gently open the door of that divine hall. You enter and you see that there are divine mirrors on all the four walls of the divine hall. There's a golden light, divine light, which is brightening up the entire space. And you see in the center of the hall, a very, very grand golden chair being placed. And you see the King of Kings, the Lord of the Lords, sitting there with a smile. Allow yourself to gently walk towards one wall. Trust yourself, go near to the wall and stand in front of that divine mirror. See what you have to see and feel all that you have to feel. What you see your higher self. This mirror is a divine mirror, and it shows and reflects back to you your own beautiful higher self. You go very, very near to the mirror and you peep into that. You connect eye to eye with your own higher self. And then the higher self tells you, I want you to allow yourself to listen clearly, whatever the higher self is trying to tell you very clearly, confidently. It is saying to you, your own higher self is saying to you, you are an abundant being. You see and feel abundance everywhere. You deserve all abundance all the time. Now, hearing these words from my higher self, seeing, feeling, believing all that you have to, you stay there for a minute, connecting with your breath, keeping your eyes closed, trying to assimilate inside yourself what your higher self just said. And then you note down a feeling or a word or a phrase that you have embraced it forever inside yourself. Now, thanking that mirror and your higher self, you move to the other wall. Allow yourself to gently move to the wall and again see yourself in the divine mirror of the second wall. You come closer and then you see your higher self. You see into the eyes and your higher self says, you are an abundant being. There is abundance all around you. You are in and around abundance. You deserve all abundance always. Now again, you close your eyes there in front of the mirror. See, feel, hear all that you have to hear for your good. And record the moment, the feelings, the words, the phrases, the awareness that forever has gone inside you. Now, thanking that divine mirror, you move to the third wall. Allow yourself to see yourself clearly. Meet your higher self in that divine mirror, which is reflecting your true nature. Look into the eyes, connect with your higher self. With all smile and heart, with all confidence, that higher self tells you, you are an abundant being. You are around all abundance. You deserve all abundance. You hear, feel, see all that you have to see for all your good. You again step back. You feel, hear, see all that you have to hear and record all the abundant, beautiful phrases, words, and feelings inside your mind, body, heart, and soul. Capture it forever in your life. And thanking that divine mirror, you move to the fourth wall, which is the last wall of that divine hall of abundance. You again look into the mirror. You meet your highest self. It again says, you are an abundant being. You are surrounded with abundance. You deserve all abundance. You step back. You again record in your memory, in your subconscious mind, in your heart and soul, the abundant words and feelings, and thank the mirror. Now you are being still in that divine hall of abundance. You turn back and see the beautiful, the magnificent chair of the Lord of the Lords, the King of the Kings. And you see there the King of Abundance, the entire universe with all its abundance and grace, with all their loving and blessings for you is waiting. Allow yourself to start moving towards in the center of the hall, which is sparkling with divine light. You go near to the chair and you meet the King of Kings. In that aura, in that ambience, you feel like the abundant child of the King. You see yourself like an abundant child, the prince or the princess of the King. The God, the higher self, the King of the Kings, the Lord of Abundance comes forward. That Maharaj comes forward and embrace you with a hug, with a hands which carries, and with a heart which carries abundance of love and prosperity for you. Feeling that embrace and hug, you also embrace the King of Abundance with equal gratitude and trust, with equal positive feeling. Breathe deeply, stay in that moment. The universe overflows with abundance, a boundless reservoir of possibilities. Inhale that abundance. Exhale all doubts. Scarcity is an illusion. You have exhaled this illusion of scarcity forever. And you are abundantly inhaling the blessings of abundance in the embrace of your King of Kings. Know this, that the universe is generous, and universe's generosity is yours to embrace. Embrace it. Keep feeling yourself as an abundant being, and that moment in the presence of the divine light, in the divine hall of abundance, in that divine palace, feeling there. And feel, keep feeling. And now you have realized that you are a child of the King. And actually, abundance is your birthright. And here you are claiming it all. You are receiving it all. You are embracing it all. So very beautiful, divine moment. Now feeling abundant and feeling this transformation of yourself as an abundant being. Feeling that prosperity consciousness within you. When you have achieved this state, you know, everything of yours, everything of the universe needs to be celebrated. We need to feel grateful, overjoyed, and celebrated. I want you to stay with your eyes closed in that moment of transformation, of feeling abundant, feeling grateful to the King of the Kings, feeling grateful to the entire cosmos, to your own higher self, and just celebrate, dance into the tune of celebrations, because there is overflow of abundance and it's falling on you. There is outwork of abundance which is falling at you in this moment. Be there and celebrate with your eyes closed.
There's an outpouring of abundance, New doors have been opened. The land, it is green. A new grace has been released. The glory of the latter is greater than the former. The blessing is here. It's all here. Lift up your hands, come on. The glory of the latter is greater than the former. The blessing is here. It's all here. All here. There's another flow. Abundance of favor. It's a new level. It's a new level. There's an overflow. Abundance of blessings. I'm taking over. I'm taking over. Somebody wave your hands over your family. Reality. There's an overflow. Abundance of faith. It's a new level. It's a new level. It's a new level. It's a new level. There's an overflow. Abundance of blessing. Abundance of blessing. I'm taking over. Taking over. Taking over. Taking over. There's an overflow. Abundance of favor. Abundance of favor. It's a new level. It's a new level. It's a new level. It's a new level. There's an overflow. Abundance of blessing. We're taking over. Taking over. Taking over. Taking over. Walking in abundance.
Now celebrating your feeling of abundance, your transformation. I would like you to gently, staying with this feeling of abundance, thank the Lord of the Lord and the King of the Kings for showering the abundance of blessings on you. And experiencing, realizing, feeling as an abundant being, gently open your eyes whenever you are comfortable. Rub your hands, rub your palms, cover your eyes very, very gently. Take your time with a beautiful smile of abundance. You can come back to your place as and when you are comfortable. Be gentle to yourself. There is no sense of hurry. There is an outpouring of abundance. A new grace has been released here and now. Soak yourself completely into it. I'm sure all of you are feeling abundant. I'm confident, feeling good and excited. When you're ready, you can come back to your physical place. Gently open your eyes, and anyone who would like to share the experience, any expression of thoughts and views, may please go ahead. Can raise your hand, please. Anyone who would like to share their views, their experience, any questions, please, can raise their hand. We will have to unmute you before you speak. Yes, please. Manoj, may I request to unmute? I see a hand.
Yes, Mamtaji, I'm trying to unmute them.
Yes.
Sang SM, can you please turn on your camera and unmute yourself? You would like to share? I hope that's why you raised your hand. Yes.
Yes.
So would you like to share your experience, or?
I see a couple of hands being raised, so you can share your experience, insights. I see another hand. So, yeah.
So it looks like Bela Malikji, you want to
Yeah.
share?
Dr. Bela.
Unmute yourself.
Yes, thank you, Harika ji, for unmuting me. I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm speechless. Thanks a lot. no words to express my gratitude to whole the QLU team and especially this session today. I am speechless to God and to you to giving us this opportunity. Wonderful session, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. God bless you.
Thank you, Dr. Belaji. Thank you so much. It's all the blessings of our gurus.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Chi ma'am. Yeah, Umaji, I see hands raised.
Thank you very much. So wonderful session. When you say that, see your image in that mirror, and nothing, it was only light. I saw it, full light, closer, and I saw the light of mirror. Nothing, my image is not visible in that mirror. Only light I saw. So very nice.
Yeah, thank you. Umaji, actually, maybe you have not, maybe I would say, I'm sure you have seen the real image of yourself, because we are actually the divine light.
Nice.
Yes, in one of my most profound experience at QLU, I saw myself only as a light. So
Yeah.
thank you, beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else, please?
Wisdom, wonderful wisdom. Thank you.
Yes. I see hands there. Little louder, sir. We cannot hear you. I think we need to, yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Better. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, ma'am, actually I have one down. How to find out the purpose of life?
Okay. So this is the one word we all go through, and this topic is not very much connected to this topic that we are doing this session, and paucity of time, I might not be able to dive deeper into it. So kindly forgive me for that. But, sometimes actually there are two ways to do it. One way to think is that actually there is no purpose of life, and just flow with the flow. And another purpose, which we say that how to make the life meaningful, what Dr. Newton also says, practice meditation daily, connect with your inner self daily. And the unique talent which is hidden inside yourself will come on the surface, and sharing and contributing through your unique talent and strengths will actually gets converted into the purpose of life in this lifetime. So just stay connected with your breath and practice meditation daily in a very, very effortless manner. Don't chase purpose. It will come to you. The way abundance, it's also part of abundance. It will come to you. Thank you. Yes. Any other sharing? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for kind, beautiful words and blessings. I see Soumya's hands being raised.
Yeah, hello, ma'am.
Ji.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
So, yeah, my question is about like I have noticed that when we were child, like so we used to do a lot of things, and we were not having fear of doing anything, right? But as we all grow, then we get uh, a lot of fear that okay, you don't have to do this and you don't have to do that.
Yes.
Okay, so with that fear, how can we get that abundance? Because I personally feel if we are carrying fear, then we cannot get it.
Yes. So again, I will say that, we all have, yes, you very rightly said, when we operate from the place of fear, we won't be able to receive what we have to receive in fullest. Okay. And here in the context of abundance, here the blocks are our fears. What are these blocks of abundance? Is fears of insecurity, fears of not being sufficient, fear of, that I'm not good enough to have all the money or all the love that I have. For sure, these kind of fears are conditioned, or we kind of start imposing these limited beliefs within us through the journey of life when we are growing. But once we become an adult and aware being, and we come to know a lot of things we can remove through awareness. Okay. And first, the step should be bringing all the knowledge to the awareness level, and then getting aware of your fears, which is your block, and then removing, healing those, limited beliefs of related to abundance, because we are talking here about abundance. And actually, I'm not too sure you kind of attended Rajshekhar Sir's session, which was all around the limiting beliefs and how you can burn it. But first you need to be aware and just burn your limiting beliefs, because it will keep creating, blocks towards your abundance. So actually, once you have, that's the main job. Once we have removed, everything is always overflowing. Okay. So you can maybe once again review the session of Rajshekhar Sir, because I cannot dive deep. But another word is, we have a beautiful program of inner child, where a lot of our childhood insecurities and blocks gets healed and removed. And third is, do practice silence. Practice it. Practice silence, go inside, go towards your childhood time, see where are those, blocks coming in your memory. When it will come, allow it to come to the surface and then let it go. So it's not a one-day exercise. It comes through practice. It's a journey in itself. But you are very, very right. You're on the right path of abundance, that I need to remove all the fears and limiting beliefs to acquire abundance fully. And all the best to you. All has gone. Believe me, all has gone. Now move forward. If there's anything, you can let it go in your practice when you're practicing silence. Wishing you greater abundance.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So, yes. Okay. I think anyone last, any kind of a question, anyone would like to share the experience and insight? And otherwise, the last one. If there is none, then I would request Harika ji to give me the sharing rights.
Yes, Mantaji.
Ji.
Want to share?
Yeah. Yes. So, can you see the screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay, great. So, I'm now going to share my experience with Quantum Life Universities and two great gurus and my masters. I started my journey in 2016-17, mostly 2017, I would say. And I'm thankful to the universe for sending me to a beautiful place with a beautiful masters there in 2017. And my first program was of Inner Child. And I remember that back to back, I started undergoing many programs there, all the programs of Inner Child, Family Constellation, Breath Work, LBL, Past Life Regression, Radiant Relationships. I attended under the guidance and presence of Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi. And I kept on, learning, evolving and growing in that journey of learning and growing still continues, because we move from one orbit, actually we land into the another orbit. So that's the beginning of my journey, I would say. As I said, I mentioned I attended all the programs, and each program is a beautiful flower in the bouquet of Quantum Life University. Now, too, if you see Quantum Life University, for many people, yes, right, it's a place of healing, it's a place of meditation, it's a place of learning, it's a place of spiritual advancement, it's a place where we commune with nature. Yes, undoubtedly true. It's an abundant place of all these beautiful words that I have mentioned. But wherever I went, and when today I close my eyes, I always feel, to me, Quantum Life University is a place of unconditional love and compassion. Dr. Newton, Dr. Lakshmi, they are the epitome of unconditional love. In their aura, just staying in their aura itself, we come to many realizations about ourselves. A grace starts falling. We don't need to do anything, and things start happening beautifully for us. And this is the place where I've experienced, when we did Inner Child program, we connected with the spontaneous, joyful self. And this is the place, I'm telling you, to me, where is a place where I have connected to my true self. I operate from my authentic self, and I've authentically laughed the most like a spontaneous child. So it's a place of abundant laughter for me. And, whenever I went, I never read the content or objectives of the program. I just rushed there without any agenda. I always kind of was flowing with the flow with no agenda in mind. I just wanted to be there in Quantum Life University, in the presence of our great masters, in the company of my lovely Quantum Life University team members, the sanghas, everyone who comes. And then the magic is created automatically. We have never done anything. The magic has automatically been created by the grace of the gurus, by the grace of that place. The place has a vibrations. I won't be able to explain everything here. I mean, I need a lot of time, to explain all my experience. I can continue night over night. I can laugh and roll. It will bring a lot of tears in my eyes, a lot of excitement, staying away. Sometimes, it looks like, oh, when I'm going to go back? But it's gurus who has asked us to follow the middle path, take the learnings, come back to the place, apply it, share it, get evolved, again go back, take that, abundant learning, blessings from the gurus, come back, apply in your own life, evolve first, your own self, then share, and that the whole journey continues. So beyond a point, I say that come and explore and experience the place, on your own. Melody khao, khud jaan chao. The beauty of the place, I won't be able to explain in this, limited time that we have, but we can always sit and talk for hours and hours and hours. That's the entire, I would say, that the beauty of the place. And, and I always have felt that Dr. Newton is like a shepherd, and we all are the sheep. We are kind of, in a flocks moving just behind him. That's a beautiful feeling, it gives, and guidance. So, I definitely thank from my heart and soul, Dr. Newton and Dr. Lakshmi here first. I thank Harika ji. She has been so always supportive, cooperative, and accepting of us the way we are, the way we ask for things. I thank each one of you for holding the place for each one of us today. I thank the entire QLU team, the kind of loving vibrations that they sent from there. And that's the way we all individual Sangha members are able to live, far away from, physically, I would say, far away from Quantum Life University, emotionally fully connected, because they keep sending us the vibrations of love and blessings. So thanks to each one of you. Because of you, because of the masters, because of my loving QLU team members, this session, this abundant, meaningful, beautiful session could take place today. And I'm sure that you have staying with your commitment, you're staying with the feeling, what you experienced here by the grace of God. And, you would just have to create the capacity to receive it. Remember that abundant of blessing is always falling and we are taken over. So yes, it's all yours. It's all ours. It's a birthright. Claim it unapologetically. I wish you all lots of love and abundance in your life. Thank you from my heart.
That's thank you so much. I'm sorry, my internet connection.
There is internet connection in QLU.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
On behalf of QLU, behalf of everyone, I thank each one of us and wishing great abundance. And we all meet again tomorrow for another round of session with another QLU trainer. Thank you. Have a lovely evening, lovely night, and abundant days and nights forever in this life. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you,
Thank you, ma'am, for the wonderful session.
thank you.